is a trainer.
This is the sound of a trainer.
It's a trainer.
Yo, what's up people? Wagwan fam. This is a Treyu coming through with the blog. Yo, just a few things I want to talk about going on with this rap battle shit right now. First of all, shout out to fucking Angry Fan listening to the show today. This is Christmas Eve, you know what I'm saying, 2014, listening to the show today. So shout out to Angry Fan. Shout out to Jimz that came online. Yo, Jimz is a cocky, big-headed brer, man. Like, he's cocky, he's arrogant, he's big-headed, but at the same time, he just seems like a real dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean, growing up, you meet a lot of people, or I met a lot of people that, you know, within the sort of lifestyle that I kind of grew up with. I met a lot of people like youths or young, and I even work with young people as a mentor. I'm a mentor, and I work with a lot of young people that's, you know, you get them people that are just like hood, you know what I'm saying, like they're hood and they're ignorant and they're arrogant and all that, but deep down they're just real people, you know what I'm saying, and you can kind of see them mature over a while. He just reminds me of just so many people that I know that you know what I'm saying, that they'll just piss you off because they would just be like so big-headed, but at the same time they you know, he manned up and he apologized for certain things and all that, and he still thinks highly of himself, but you just have to respect it, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Jimz, man, shout out to Angry Fan again, and all the staff on the radio. I don't even know everyone's name on there, you know, since the whole switch over and all that, but big up to the whole show and big up to everyone in the group. You motherfuckers be keeping me awake and shit, man. But anyway, going back into, that's the noise from the fucking the page right now. But going into the few things I want to talk about. Fucking All Red versus Oops. Now, if you ain't seen this shit, man, you have to put this shit in, man. This is Rare Breed Entertainment, RBE. They're putting on so much great battles this whole year. Again, they just ooze authenticity when you just hear the people that run the league and all that talking and interviews and all that. They just seem to be about real shit, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so you have to big up them, and this battle was a great battle. I'm not gonna say it is a classic, however, like a lot of people have been calling it a classic, and that I would definitely say this year is definitely, like, say it's in the top 10, maybe top 5 this year, and it could be maybe your top 10 really, you know, just full stop. Definitely one of the best this year's and this year and all that. So let's get into it. Oops, I didn't even know who the hell he was before this battle, I ain't gonna lie. I think I may have seen him before. He seems familiar, but I don't know, maybe he just reminds me of fucking Big Sean mixed with Akon. I don't know shit. But yo, it's the first time I seen the guy, and I was very, 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 very impressed. And he's going. Let me just turn this shit down. And he went against All Red. Now All Red kind of pisses me off, man. When I see All Red, sometimes I'm just thinking to myself, why ain't this guy higher than he is? Is it because he don't battle much? Is it because he don't, you know, like even in this battle he mentioned how he works and all this sort of shit. He works, got some shit going on the road, and he battle rap. So it's like obviously like a busy guy and all that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, All Red has literally like pieces of every element that you can have, you know what I'm saying. He's got a good performance, he's got good aggression, he's got good bars and wordplay, and he can scheme. He's got fucking freestyle and improvisation. You know what I'm saying, he's good at, he's getting better at crowd control and having more charisma, not just spitting bars, but actually, you know what I'm saying, having something else about him. I don't know whether it's like since he's began getting this like top tier title, because I remember even not that long ago, maybe even like a year or a year and a half ago, people was like cussing Old Red, and I didn't know why. And it's clear that I don't know why people will cuss him and put him down, because he obviously he's very talented. So let's get into the battle actually. Let's stop rambling and on and all that. But I actually scored it 2-1 to Old Red, but I got it the other way around. I personally got Old Red winning the first 2 rounds, and the third round he performed very well as well. First round, both was going at it. When I first saw Oops, I was like, yo, this cat, his bars are intelligent. Like, the way he raps and puts shit together is very smart, and I like that. Shows the man has intellect, and that would later be shown in the third round. But let's talk about the first round. So he came out and done that, and when he performed so well in the first round, I mean, he performed so well that I think the 2 judges, or maybe I think all 3 of them, I can't remember, they actually gave him the first round. I personally was thinking that, but then when Old Red came, he done his shit, man. I was like, yo, this, and it once again showed me what Old Red is capable of. So I personally gave Old Red the first round. Second round, I also gave to Old Red, but that kind of is by default because of the couple of slip-ups that Oops had. Now this showed me that out of the 2, Old Red is much more polished than Oops, and also Oops needs to work on his delivery, his composure, and his preparation. I don't know if he's like that a lot, so I don't know if he just had to slip up in this battle because he has certain things on his mind, or he's distracted, or whatever. I don't know, but that's what it just seems like from watching the first 2 rounds. Now, so I gave the first 2 rounds to Old Red. Again, Old Red incorporated freestyle, incorporated rebuttals and all that shit. And then we're going into the third round. Now, Oops' third round started off talking some old deep shit, some real shit, some political shit. It wasn't the same shit that I feel, because I'm more militant. So I ain't going on record and saying shit, oh, this ain't a race thing and all that. I ain't going on record and saying that shit, because as far as I'm concerned, it's always gonna boil down to black, white supremacy and all that sort of shit built within the system, and how white people would never ever accept or treat anyone equal, especially blacks. But anyway, he was speaking some political shit about what's going on, and I fucking respected that. Even the way they done it, they turned down the light, and they fucking started playing some clips and shit. Now that's some real shit. When obviously planned it and all that, and it came out really good. But what impressed me most, it didn't stay on that theme, and it wasn't like a whole round of him talking like this deep shit or this preaching shit or this righteous shit or whatever, or this conscious shit. He went from that and he linked it very well into the battle world, and how top tier people are basically like the Jesse Jackson and the Al Sharptons, and people who come from the bottom but they get comfortable in a certain place and then they forget where they come from. I mean, even if you recall people like Farrakhan and even Khalid Muhammad pointing out that Jesse Jackson is based, and Al Sharpton, yeah, they're Uncle Toms, but at the same time they're very brilliant. But they have changed, they are being used and this and that. So I thought that was very well how he linked it into battle rap and then proceeded with attacking Old Red. Personally, I think his third round, Oops' third round, was the word that comes to mind when I was watching it was the word flawless. Like it was a classic third round. Now this Oops battle, this has to be his best battle. I haven't seen his shit, but just taking in consideration his level of performance and what he did, especially in the third round, this has to be his best, and that third round was flawless. But again, Old Red came back and he done his rebuttal and shit. So I mean, he had fucking so much punches. His punches were hitting, man. Like, he wasn't saying, like, a lot of times when people punch, some shit is just dead and it's dud and it's not really a good bar, it's not really a good punch. But fucking Old Red has so much good shit, man. Like, So I could see someone giving him the third round. I could see it being 3-0 to All Red, or I could see it being 2-1 to All Red. But end of the day, I do think that All Red won. I was happy when he got the victory, and I also respect how Math answered or judged in terms of, you know, you have to reward people that can do the improvisation on the spot freestyle sort of shit, putting it into their round and coming back to their round and then going back to the improvisation. Because sometimes when rappers rebuttal and shit, they just do like maybe 4 bars at the beginning of their round and they go into their written shit. All Red don't do it like that. He might start off with it, but then he actually thinks of like a bar that, or 2 bars, at least two bars that can link or rhyme with the beginning of his round, and then he goes into his round. So it don't seem like it's stop and start. And then also in between, in the middle of his round, he will incorporate something that's a freestyle or a rebuttal or whatever, and then do it again and go back into his written. It's the same thing with stand-up comedians. One of the reasons why people like Chris Rock and that shit, their shows just flow. You get some comedians that just stand up and tell one joke, tell another joke, and the content is all changing around. But when you can make it link and all make sense and it flows, that's what makes a good performance. It's like songs even, you know what I'm saying, where rappers like my man behind me, Tupac there, like you could talk about all this different shit and make it link. So bottom line, All Red got that shit. I'm glad he won. I done it too. I scored it 2-1 in favor of All Red. But I just gave the first 2 rounds to All Red, and because fucking Oops, his third round was so crazy and so deep, and so it was great, just flawless, I had to give him that round, even though All Red still performed. Now, going on to other topics. John the Don versus NuBorn. Who do you think is gonna win that? Now, obviously, NuBorn has got bars. His pen game is sick. The way he writes and puts it together is unquestionably great. But personally, I just feel like I feel sorry for John. How many people and times is people just gonna put him down or put someone over him, or just, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And people saying, you know, Born with 3-0 him. That's crazy. When has John ever been 3-0'd? Personally, man, you've seen John on the big stage against Hitman, who's built for the big stage, and then you've seen him in a small room. Like John, I feel like he's slept on, just like already slept on. John is even more slept on because people know he's nice, but whoever he goes against, they always favour the other person. So anyway, I personally see it going 2-1 to John. It depends on how he prepares. If he prepares adequately, he's gonna win. If he don't, Born's gonna take it. But you know, so it's all to do with preparation. But on the whole, John is more polished and more complete. Born ain't no damn new kid on the block though, in terms of he's been doing his thing. So it's gonna be a good battle. So that's that. Next topic. Fucking Daylyt against Hollow the Don. Who would win? That was on the group today. Personally, like I said, man, to me it's simple. Loaded Lux versus Hollow was a great battle, and you got 2 different kinds of characters, 2 different elements, 2 different skills, you know what I'm saying? Lyrical and all that shit. To me, Hollow is the best well-rounded fucking battle rapper, where he's kind of got a piece of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I said about All Red, but at the same time, Hollow the Don is like on the next notch up. You know, so that in terms of rounded battle rappers, All Red would be a B, and fucking Hollow the Don would be an A. Charlie Clips would be an A. That's why everyone wants to see those 2, because they can incorporate freestyle. They got comedy. They got aggression. They can have performance. They got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They got street bars, and they're believable and all of that shit. So Daylyt versus Hollow would be similar to Lux versus Hollow, because Daylyt is a lyrical rapper. However, if he comes, now a lot of people are fed up and say, oh, if Daylyt comes prepared, or if Daylyt comes with bars and this and that, I'm not even going to worry about that. All I'm going to say is, if you watch Daylyt versus A-Verb or Daylyt versus p.s.a, the 3rd rounds, if you watch those, if Daylyt comes like that, it would be a wrap. There's no questioning about that. But the problem is, when has ever Daylyt come that hard? pause. You lot got me saying pause. In UK, we don't say pause. Now watching you motherfuckers got me saying motherfucker and got me saying pause. But if Daylyt was to come hard, pause, like those rounds, all throughout the battle, he would win. But when has he ever done that? He's not, like, those 2 rounds there are like some of the best rounds I heard in a while. I ain't gonna lie, like you could just watch those. Don't even watch the whole battle, just watch those rounds. That's what you need to see. But how likely is that? Very, 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 very unlikely. What's the likelihood? The likelihood is that Hollow the Don will come on point. Hollow the Don will be Hollow the Don. He will incorporate comedy, he will incorporate freestyle, he will incorporate all that shit, and most of the fans would vote in his favor, and that would be it. He will win the battle by default. You know what I'm saying? So he'll get the battle 2-1. Daylyt will definitely get around, and that would be it. It'd be a great battle. Don't get it twisted, because Daylyt has the skills to actually compete with Hollow, but I don't think he will, personally. And with Hollow, you need to do your best, because Lux did his best, and that is personally still debatable. I like Lux. Like I like lyrical, deep fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. So that personally, I preferred Lux. But at the same time, in terms of a battle, I can say like Hollow. I can see why people say Hollow got that shit. So personally, I would think it'll go 2-1 to Hollow. But you know what I'm saying? Daylyt, if Daylyt comes like with that sort of shit, all 3 rounds, which I don't believe he's done, because for instance, Daylyt versus Rich Dollars, Daylyt versus Philly Swain, Daylyt versus Clips, Daylyt versus Chiller. He was cool, he was good, he was lyrical, but he still had some dud bars, man. He still had some bars where he's said before, or it's just whatever. But then when you watch the round versus Verb, the 3rd round, even the 2nd, but the 3rd round in particular, there's no chance for any fucking competition that goes against Daylyt when he does that. And he can do that for 3 rounds. I've just never seen him do it. You've seen sparks of it. So if he done that, no one can fuck with him. I'm sorry, but I don't believe he'll do it. So Hollow is like probably the best, or him and Clips are the 2, you know, the Rock and Austin. Right now, Rock and Austin for battle rap is Clips and fucking and Hollow. That's the way it is, you know. So that's that. And fucking Daylyt would be like someone else, like fucking, I don't know, Undertaker or fucking Kane or some shit. Anyway, enough of that analogy. Getting off topic and shit. But yeah, just tell me what you think about those, man. I'm gonna cut this off now. Go and check that battle out. Go and check the fucking Angry Fans interview. I don't know when that'll be out, but just fucking subscribe to that shit. And yeah, man, tell me what you think about who won Oops versus All Red. What you thought about my views. John versus Born, who would win, and also fucking Hollow versus Daylyt, who would win and why. And is my fucking summary accurate? And just on the last note, I want to see this fucking match. I don't know, we need to make this shit happen. I personally want to see fucking T-Top, the UFF Season 3 champion. I want to see T-Top, the drug seller, the raw street road man, trap spitter, versus Big K. That's what the fuck I want to see. I don't want to see Suge. I don't want to see Raw. I don't want to see none of these people. I want to see Big K and T-Top. Let's see like the real shit. Wagwan. Now to me that's my favorite. But now I wanted to see Briz and fucking T-Top, but to be honest, I don't think Briz is gonna try and kill him. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like on the Summer Madness stage where that could happen. On the Summer Madness stage, fucking Briz versus T-Top, that would be hot. But anyway, tell me what you think about T-Top and Briz. I ain't heard people say that shit, and I don't know why. I need to see that shit. So anyway, tell me what you think about that and all these other shit I've been talking about. I've got a fucking debate coming on the way. Like, I filmed a debate or conversation off topic. It's not battle rap. It's like it's like a group in a local authority sort of center. It was on Black History Month. Talk about who are we, where do we come from, whatever. But it's just interesting, so check that out if you have time. If not, whatever. I've got more blogs coming on the way with this fucking rap battle shit. But big up everyone. big up the angry fan movement. This is a Trey coming from UK, and yo, one more time,